Hi, welcome to Who Am I Today with Summer D, and we are going to start that thrift haul that I mentioned way back. I think it's been about a month because the way I have my videos going is on every Thursday. And so we did the Crossville thrift haul, and I mentioned having another one, but then I already had Valentine's Day videos and 70s outfit ideas and grunge outfit ideas, and I had all of those things already in place and going on. So we are just now getting to that other thrift haul that's been waiting. And so this was thrifting in Athens, Tennessee and Cleveland, Tennessee. And so I did all of this around my birthday, which was around January the 11th. And just that whole week, all I did, well, about 2 weeks together there, all I did was just like go places and thrift. And it was really fun. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I think I've got enough for a little while. And now I'm just excited to show you the pieces. They're all washed up and ready to wear. And I'm going to start with this first one. This is a Hunt Club 90s sweatshirt. And it has a sweater trim around the neckline and around the sleeves, and it has this great like logo looking thing in the middle of it, so it's pretty cool, and just that solid white color which makes it nice, just a nice neutral vintage item. And then I did find this little friendship bracelet. How many people remember this from the 90s? I thought it was kind of fitting for some of these tops. Well, you know what? Actually, it may have been even before the 90s. I think it was all through, was it 80s? I'm not sure when these started, but I remember having them, and I remember they all, every color had meant something different, and everybody had one, and so I thought that was cool. And you don't hardly ever see them anymore, but I just happened to see one at the thrift store, of course. Okay, this one is a vintage 90s Tommy Hilfiger polo top. And I do really like it. I obviously picked it up because of that 90s look. I seem to always gravitate towards. And we have several. We have, actually, I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like quite a few of this thrift haul is going to fall in the 90s era. But let's get straight into the next one. Okay, this cute kitty cat sweatshirt. The brand is Morning Sun. And I don't know, the tag did not look that old to me, but I just thought it was cute for the kitty cats. So, but then again, it could be a vintage one because it has I think it is a vintage one because it has a double collar. Sometimes the tags confuse me because the tags sometimes still look new, like the tag looks newer than most of the 90s tags, but I feel like the collar and the type of sweatshirt it is could really be 90s. Either way, it is so cute. I love the kitty cats on it. Okay, this one was unbranded and I picked it up. It is a little 90s sweatshirt as well, and it's got that double collar. There's really the only extra anything on it is that little pop of red right there on the collar. I thought that was neat, and it's just, I think this is a comfy haul is what it is. Everything was cozy and comfy for the most part. So moving on to the next one. Okay, this super cute little polo top, you're probably never going to guess this, but this is a kid's top. So I am going to do a video later on tips and tricks and pros and cons of the thrift store. I did work in a fairly large thrift store at one time. There were things that I noticed when I was there. So there's things I've picked up on, and just always shopping. I mean, being in a thrift store for 20 years, you pick up some things. So you kind of, if you haven't done that, it'll be interesting. If you have been doing that for 20 years, you probably already know all the things I'm going to say, but I'm going to do a video on that later. But moving back into this, polo tops have been on trend recently, and they have been a little hard to find. So I had the bright idea to check the kids section. So a size 14 to 16 in the boys and girls is the same size as a women's size small. The only difference is it's cut shorter, which gives it actually a more feminine look, and also kind of hits on that Y2K style for the way the material is cut. So it's basically just shorter. That's basically all they're doing to it. But I think it turned out pretty cute, and you would not have known if I didn't tell you. Okay, this corduroy jacket is, the brand is J Gallery, and it actually was missing a button. So I took the other button off that was there and put these two on because they, even though they're different colors, they are the same type of button. And they match the colors in the jacket. So I love the fact that it had these plaid bright plaid colored sleeves that, and it's on the inside as well, that roll up. I just thought that was so cool. One of the pockets was hanging off and I sewed it back, and so it just makes a really cute, fun little jacket. Okay, on this one, it is also a vintage 90s top. Don't worry, we're getting to the sweaters. We're doing all this wild ones first. But this one, the brand is Laura Gale Sport, and it also looks perfect with the friendship bracelet. And it's just a comfy, bright colored top. I really like these 90s pieces that I feel like are just comfortable and things that I would grab a lot. Although I really do like a lot of the other like the Valentine's Day outfits, the kind of more feminine tops and pretty tops have really been liking that look too. So I don't know, I'm kind of stuck between the two, but I do love this. Okay, this brand is JL Plum. And I really, honestly, I love the cut of this. It is 90s as well. Super cute. And then I really picked it up for this right here. See the double collar and like the cool, it's almost like it has a fold over detail. My husband was saying they used to have the shirts that it literally would Velcro down and you could pull like the flap down and it would be like two different colors. It gives that illusion, but it doesn't come undone. But I just thought that was a cool thing. I just found that detail and that's what made me want this shirt, and it's very comfortable. Let me put, I have a vest that I think is going to match this perfectly. So let me put that vest on with it. Okay, this is that vest, and it is Jeffrey Bean Sport, and look how cute it is. It has all the little clothing pieces on it. I just thought that was really cute, and it actually does match this top really well, so I could wear it with or without it, but I thought that was a cool thrift find. Okay, I absolutely love this one. I think this one was called Decorated Originals, and I literally picked it up for the bears. That was the whole reason. It's oversized and the bears, and it has been worn a lot because the material tag is just completely worn thin, like you can see through it. And it's one of the downsides of the thrift store. It had this, it's like this weird sweet smell. I don't know, like I didn't notice it until I put it in the dryer and went outside, and I was like, whoa. So I don't like, it was coming out the dryer vent. So I washed this thing like 4 times with vinegar and laundry detergent, and so it smells a lot better. I still smell a hint of it, so I don't know what it was, if it was like a fabric softener or what it was, but that's the downside to the thrift store. But anyway, so we're going to talk about that later. But I love this, and you know, the Ralph Lauren, they have the teddy bears on everything, and I've been wanting one of those sweaters, and I found this, and I was like, oh, that's a good substitute. So, and it didn't cost nowhere near as much. So, but I do love Ralph Lauren, so I do really care for that brand a lot. But I just thought this was so cute and kind of went with that same trend, and it is so warm and comfortable. Okay, we have finally made it into the sweater pile. So this one is another Blair. Blair.com is what's on the tag, and I know I've mentioned them several times. I've been finding a lot of those here lately. But what a cute cardigan, and I almost passed this up. It's very, very cute. Look at the detail in it up here and how beautiful and white it is, but I almost passed it up because in the button area, when I first looked at it, all down through here was like a gray line, and I got to looking at it, and in the button area there was like all kinds of lint running down through the seam, and so I literally like just cleaned all of that out of it, and it's perfect. I don't even know how it got in there, but it's perfect. There's nothing at all wrong with it now, and I'm so glad I didn't pass it up because it is the perfect white cardigan. Okay, this little sweater is going to be a Studio Works sweater, and I picked it up because I love, okay, not to mention the kind of buttery yellow color, but I love the heart. There's like a heart in the knitting, and I thought that was really cool and not something I see very often. So I thought this one was really pretty. It's just got a lot of neat detail to it. The brand on this one is Lize J, and it like Lise. I guess you pronounce that Lize. And because it's, I don't know. At first I thought Liz. I'm not really sure, but that's how it's spelt. And it is a really, really super cute sweater. It's got a lot of wool in it. It is not itchy though, so I have to be careful about the wool ones. Some of them I always put my arm in to do the test because some of them, they just make my skin feel like raw, like it's like something's eating it. But some of them don't do that. So it's weird. I don't know what's making the difference there with the wool, but this one has like lamb's wool and rabbit hair in it, but it is so soft. It actually feels very good, and all I have is a tank top with it, so it's pretty cool. And I love all this beaded pattern. I thought that was really pretty on this one as well. I'd probably just do a little front tuck on it because it's a little long, but I just think it's super cute. Okay, this brand is called J. Jill, and it is a newer one. I just liked, I don't know, I think it kind of reminded me of the fisherman aesthetic, but it kind of reminds me of the beach a little bit, or like maybe the coast. I'm more of a coast person than I am a beach person, but I feel like that's what this reminds me of. And I do like it with a little bit of a front tuck because it's kind of baggy. It's baggy in a weird sort of way, so you can kind of see that's what it looks like out. But either way, like I feel like if I was going to wear it out, I'd wear it with some jean shorts or some little, you know, like just some little white shorts or something. Maybe as a springy look, but if I was going to wear jeans with it, I feel like I would probably front tuck it. I do think it's a really cute piece. I like the little grommet detail right here too. This is an LL Bean sweater, which I had mentioned before. I love LL Bean, and I love the cable knit of this. I did tuck it, so I have figured these are some vintage Riders jeans, and they are always so baggy, like around this area. And so I'm like, what do I do with all that space? And I looked it up. I Googled it, like, why were they always made so much bigger? And I feel like it maybe a lot of that was used for tucking. I think that a lot of the sweaters and chunkier sweatshirts were tucked in somewhere around the 80s, maybe early 90s, but I'm feeling like it was more of an 80s thing. And so I'm noticing that I have more room in these to tuck in my sweaters. I did try to leave the sweater out, and it was kind of, I don't know, it just looked kind of bulky around here, so I didn't think it looked as good. But I absolutely do love the color. It's kind of that minty color and that cable knit. And it's like the thick, chunky sweaters that I love. And so I think it actually does look good tucked in to these jeans. So now I know what to do with all that room. Just keep tucking the sweaters in it. But I do like this one a lot. Okay, this beautiful green one. The brand is Cuddle Knit. And what a cool name for a sweater, because it's like cuddle. I just think that's cool. It's all cozy. But I don't know if you could see the color real well. There it goes in the light and the pattern on it. But I just think it is so pretty. It's such a pretty green. Almost like a dark, like foresty green. And a perfect cardigan again. This brand is Northern Reflections, and this was one of my favorite pieces when I picked it up. I just love, you can see it's kind of chunky, the two-tone gray, and then it's got the embroidered flowers across it. I just love it. It reminds me of the Norway sweaters. So I know it's not Fair Isle, but it kind of reminds me of that. I think there's Fair Isle, and what's the other one? There's another one that I can't remember what it's called. But I just like that type of sweater, the look of it. And so I thought this one was kind of hitting on a little bit of that look. So I do really think it is a pretty, very pretty sweater. Okay, I just have one left after this one. So this brand is Wainscot, and it is a beautiful orange, chunky cable knit sweater. I just absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I just really scored big when I found all of the chunky knits. I was really excited about that, and it's actually something I've been looking for a while. And most of the sweaters I have found near me lately have been more modern, and they're more like the fast fashion brands, so they have not been these super great chunky knits from back in the day. So I am so excited about finding them, and it was a process to find them. So I went, you know, to Crossville, went to Athens, I went to Cleveland. So I was kind of around at multiple stores in those areas, and it took hours of digging and a couple of days. I think it was three different days, 3 or 4 different days of thrifting, and hours out of each one of those days. Like Crossville was all day, Athens was all day. So I mean, so you could tell, like, to find the good stuff or to find pieces like this, at least for me, I have to get in there and really dig and look through everything. But I'm so glad I did, because I love these pieces. I think they're so pretty, and cozy, and I'm going to get that last one there, which is a really good find as well. All right, this is the last one for this thrift haul, and this brand is just called TQ. So initials, but it is fabulous. It is so soft. It is so warm. It is not wool. It looks like wool and feels like wool, but it is not. It is, and it does have kind of that Norway sweater look. I love those sweaters. But this one I just thought was like such a score. It was such a find of the day because I feel like these are actually really hard to find near me in the thrift store. So it was kind of a rare thing to find this one and some of the others. So I was so excited. I felt like it was just like a, it's like, oh, my birthday, thank you. So anyways, I love these. I was so excited about finding them. I am really trying to weed things out of my closet. So if you are looking on the Poshmark and eBay, be patient with me. I have a lot. I have a pile of stuff going on. It just takes me time to list it. And so if you are looking at those, you will see new items appearing on there starting probably today. I think I'm going to start on that tonight. I get to my Poshmark a lot faster. I get new things on there a lot faster. It's just so much easier. I wish eBay had the same. I've been doing eBay longer, but I wish they had the same type of platform, because on Poshmark I can get on my phone and I could just fly through so many of those so much faster. But on eBay, they just require so much information. It's like filling out, if you've never done it, it's like filling out spreadsheets. Like it's just like a list of things for whatever reason, and it's not hard, but it's time consuming. Poshmark, my pictures go on pretty much all at the same time. And then with eBay, it's like I got to go over here, find it, click it, put it over here. And I got to do that with, like, say each item has 10 pictures. Well, I've got to do that all 10 times. That right there is a lot of the hold up on eBay. And so either way, it just takes a good minute. But I hope you like this thrift haul, and hopefully it's inspiring you to go and see what you can find in your thrift store, or you're just having fun looking at the cool pieces with me. For whatever the reason that you're here, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for being here with me. And I do have a whole lot of other videos coming up, so just hang out and keep watching, and we'll just see what comes next. I know it's a little, I put lifestyle on there because it's kind of all over the place, because I did do home stuff and I am doing a lot of clothing, and that kind of fits the who am I today, because we're like literally trying to figure it out as we go here. So anyways, it is helping me, and hopefully it's helping you and giving you some inspiration too, whether it's to clean out the closet or whether it's to go thrifting to find new pieces or to figure out your style for whatever the reason. Hopefully it is inspiring. And also I'm going to do a DIY. I'm not a very good DIY person. Like, that's really not my thing. But I do have some photos and stuff and things that I want to put in frames. And those are sitting in a corner, so I do have to get on those too. So I know I'm going to do a video on that. And then I talked about my husband maybe doing some cooking videos, because my husband is actually the cook. I am not. I do the cleaning and making the videos and the listing, and I do all of that. He works his job, and then he does the cooking. So mostly I'm more of like I cook salads and and fruit and things like that. But and I just don't enjoy it. I get up in the morning, I do my egg and my pancakes or whatever, me and my daughter, I cook in the mornings, but when he comes home from work, he cooks the dinners. I do not enjoy cooking meat. That's just, I can do it. I just don't want to. And he's happy doing it, and he loves it. So I think we're going to do some videos with that. And that'll be interesting too, and kind of tie him into kind of the lifestyle type of video where you kind of know who everybody is here. So hopefully that'll be fun. And I'm going to end it now, because I will keep talking. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and keep continuing to help me grow my channel. And I will see you on that next one, whatever it may be.